Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
The homestand continues for the Angels after dropping 2 or 3 against the Cleveland Indians. The American League Central still in town. The Minnesota Twins kicking off a 3-game series here tonight. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. Now, the Angels, of course, have had their shares of injuries. As a matter of fact, they made some moves again today. We will talk about those during the game. But last night, we saw that Mike Trout got hit by a pitch, courtesy of Tommy Hunter of the Cleveland Indians. Fortunately for Mike, he is playing tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be DH. He's not going to be out there in center field, but at least his bat is in the lineup. So important for the Angels to have Trout in there, a .318 career hitter against the Minnesota Twins with 5 home runs. You can hear that sound of that baseball off the thumb area for Mike Trout. No way he can get out of it. He's very good as far as getting out of the way of pitches inside, but with that stride and that foot down, very difficult to do so. Clearly right on that right hand, right thumb area for Mike Trout. Not real comfortable. Told me today he felt pretty good. And as usual, Mike Trout is going to go out there and try to perform at his best for the Angels tonight.
I know everyone last night was holding their collective breath. X-rays were negative, and it's good to see him back in the lineup. Jared Weaver's on the mound for the Angels. And, of course, a couple of years ago here at the Big A, he had a very special game against the Minnesota Twins.
Yes, he did, Victor. That's part of our Tools of the Trade brought to you by Ram Trucks. Jared Weaver threw the ball exceptionally well that day against the Minnesota Twins, going back to May 2nd, 2012. Had the curveball going. His slider was very good that day. Had some good defense behind him, and that was important for him, especially when you look who's playing third base. That's Mark Trumbo playing third base. Made a nice play on that one, and of course the final out, Torrey Hunter out in right field, and the enthusiasm, the excitement for Jared Weaver today. That complete game no-hitter for Weave. 9-2 in his career versus the Twins. 4-0 in his last 6 starts. Been very good against the Twins.
Weaver's looking for win number 6. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. game one of a three-game set against the Minnesota Twins. The Angels currently taking the field. Jared Weaver ready for his 13th start of the season. 5-5 and a 5.56 ERA. We will check out Paul Molitor's starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins. And remember, the Twins swept the Angels up at Target Field back on April 15th through the 17th weekend series there, so the Angels can return the favor here during this week. Nunez leading things off, playing shortstop. Robbie Grossman, the former Astros, in left field. Joe Mauer at first base. Trevor Plouffe's going to turn, what's he going to turn, 30 on Wednesday. He will be the third baseman and cleanup hitter. Brian Dozier at second. Byung-Ho Park is the DH. Max Kepler, nice story, had the walk-off home run yesterday. He is in right field. Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. And Byron Buxton batting ninth and playing center field. Mentioned that Weaver's making his 13th start. 88 hits allowed in 69 and 2/3 innings, 42 strikeouts, 18 walks, and last start out was, he saw some good and some issues that he had as well.
Yeah, it comes down to really the command of his fastball, and that's my go-to today for Weave, is to be able to spot his fastball. Doesn't have to be overpowering. Just spot the fastball enough to be able to make sure you get that curveball and changeup, and be aware of Joe Mauer, still one of the best hitters in the game. Pretty good career numbers against Weaver, but just try to keep him in the park. He will drive the ball well to the alley the other way.
Check out the defense for the Halos tonight. Cunningham, Robinson, and Calhoun in the outfield, with Trout serving as DH. Shane is in center field. Escobar, Petit, Vitello, and Pujols around the infield from third to first. Carlos Perez behind the plate.
And with Anderson Simmons not too far away from coming back, but I'll tell you what, Petit has done a fantastic job filling in at that shortstop position. 12th straight start at shortstop for Petit. He committed 1 error so far this season. Has been good as far as the glove hand side, backhand, and an extremely strong throwing arm.
Outside chance that Andrelton Simmons joins the Angels during this series against the Minnesota Twins. He's in a rehab assignment. He and Daniel Nava rehabbing with AAA Salt Lake tonight. The Angels did make the announcement that Tim Lincecum will make the start Saturday against the Oakland Athletics. So the Angels will make a move then. And of course today, Colby Rasmus back on the DL. AJ Ochter and Al Albuquerque called up. They are in the bullpen. First one tonight is in there for a strike. Angels also designated for assignment David Huff and Kyle Kubica. I think that pretty much sums up the transactions for the day as Nunez fouls this one off. It's 0-2. Let me put this scroll back away. It's been a wild season.
Yeah, it's been a lot of activity.
I don't think I've ever looked at a 40-man roster as much as I have over the last couple of months. 0-2. Fastball, fouled back.
Tell you what, I'm pretty excited for that Saturday start for Tim Lincecum, though. That's going to be exciting. Up in the Bay Area also.
Yep.
Threw the ball very, very well yesterday. 7 innings, shutout ball, 1 hit.
Slider, and that is a base hit to left center. Petit playing Nunez to pull. Unable to get there, so Nunez is on board to lead off this ball game with a single. In tonight's game, we are participating in the home run challenge. Tonight, every home run in this game raises $4,400 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by going online to homerunchallenge.org.
When it's not unusual for Nunez to get a hit on the outer part of the plate, he's hitting .329 on outside pitches, which was 4th best coming into the game in baseball. And a base hit on an outside breaking ball. Found it up there through the hole between second base bag and the shortstop position.
There's Robbie Grossman, starting left fielder, cuts through the first one. 22 games now with Minnesota. Hitting .315, 8 doubles, 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Good lead for Nunez, leaning a little bit.
He has 14 stolen bases, been caught 4 times.
This is a Twins team that has struggled on the offensive side. They are 5th in the American League in stolen bases, 41. Twins bringing up the rear in the Central, 16 back. There's Paul Molitor, the Hall of Fame player, current skipper of the Twins. Nunez takes off, the pitch upstairs, the throw high, and Nunez in there ahead of the tag for a stolen base.
Got a pretty good pitch to throw here, too. Fastball upstairs that got underneath his throw. Was quick on the release, but a high throw allows Nunez to slide in there head first A little lower throw from Carlos, who's thrown the ball very well, and they have a chance of getting him out.
So man in scoring position for Minnesota. Grossman with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Breaking pitch, cut on and missed, 1-2. Prior to this year, the big league time that Grossman has had been with the Astros. Last year 24 games, 2 years ago 103 games. Had been with the Indians down in the minor leagues, got released in May, and the Twins picked him up. Leadoff single and a stolen base. Grossman takes a little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Everett, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes tonight. DJ Rayburn at first base, Tim Timmons at second, and Ryan Blackney at third base, the umpiring crew for this series. Off speed, fouled back.
See Weaver in the sunshine at this point. Gonna glare in for that sign, looking for a strikeout here.
Breaking ball got him. Down goes Grossman, slow curveball, and there's out number 1.
First baseman, number 7, Joe Mauer.
Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by Kia. Weaver on the mound tonight. No hitters thrown versus the Minnesota Twin. Catfish Hunter back at 68, Vita Blue in 70, Noel Ryan in 74, Wells 1998, and then Weaver 5 all-time. Couple perfect games in there, including David Wells against the Minnesota Twin in 1998 for Boomer.
They're called it a balk. DJ Rayburn, the first base umpire, called a balk. So Nunez will head over to third.
And the thing, when you're in the stretch, you have to step off first. I don't know if Weaver broke his hands first before stepping off.
I didn't see anything there. Looked like he just stepped off.
Yeah, if you step off, then you're okay. But Weaver, not a whole lot of complaint about it. So you would think he did something wrong. I thought he broke his hands first out of the glove, the baseball out of the glove, and then the step off.
Working from the full windup. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bauer.
Yeah, you see that front leg before he stepped off with the back leg, the right foot. Front leg, a little bit of a movement in there. And that is why the balk was called. And it's a better angle for the first base umpire to see that from his front leg, that left leg.
Two on to Bauer. This one's pulled through the hole on the right side, and the Twins have a 1-0 lead. Mauer with terrific numbers in his career against the Angels delivers here, picking up his 24th RBI.
Third baseman, number 24, Trevor Blue.
And the odd thing, another pitch on the inner half of the plate for Mauer. And he's been very good on the inner part of the plate. 375 on pitches on the inside part of the plate as compared to 164 on outside pitches this year, which you would think with his swing would be perfect, an outside pitch to go to left center field. But he's been much better, quicker on pitches inside.
A 342 career average in 75 games for Mauer. Adds to that, picks up the RBI. Plouffe takes a strike. Mentioned he'll be 30 years of age on Wednesday. Hitting .239 with 4 home runs, 16 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes. Plouffe had a heck of a series against the Angels back in April, 8 for 12 during that series.
Did he hurt his rib cage or something towards the end of the series, though? That's the only thing that kept him from continuing on. He was really hitting the ball well. Solid defense, too.
Fastball just blows it right by him. A couple of off-speed pitches, then he mixes in the fastball. 2 down, second strikeout for Weaver.
That's an 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Weaver. Outside part of the plate. Stayed on top of that fastball and gets it by Plouffe.
Two outs, Mauer at first. 1-0 Minnesota. Here's Dozier. Dozier, .230 average. Has 11 doubles, 7 home runs, 25 runs batted in for the Mississippi native. Career high in home runs and RBIs last year with 28 and 77 respectively. Weaver falls behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. Twins at 19 and 43 are just 7 and 22 out on the road this year. Angels having lost 2 of 3 against Cleveland now find themselves 6 under 500 at home at 13 and 19. Tried to avoid being 10 games under 500 for the first time since 2013. 2-1. Fastball in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's one thing when you talk to Mike Scioscia about what's going on as far as how many guys have been hurt, how many roster moves. He's not using that as an excuse, and he just wants his guys to play better, more consistent baseball from the guys he has at this moment.
Mauer takes off. 2-2's chopped on the ground to short. Top of the first in the books, but a couple of singles gives the Twins the early lead. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning. In 3 of the 4 games so far here in the homestand. Let's take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Halos in game number 64. Escobar leading things off in third. Calhoun at right. Trout DHing tonight. Pujols the cleanup hitter at first. Giavatello at second. Cunningham back out in left field, still looking for his first hit as an Angel. Gregorio Petit at shortstop. Carlos Perez behind the plate. Shane Robinson batting ninth and playing center field as they take on the 33-year-old right-hander, the pride of Rialto High School. It's Ricky Nolasco on the mound.
Yeah, Ricky Nolasco throws a lot of strikes. Fastballs 88 to 93. Slider, curveball, split finger fastball uses as his changeup. My go-tos to be successful against him. Up and away. A lot of fastballs up and away. Drive it that way. And then look for off speed because 47% of his pitches are fastballs.
First one's in for a strike. Nolasco is going to be around the strike zone. Doesn't walk many. As Escobar skies this one out of play down the right field line. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Velasco with just 13 walks and 71 in the 3rd innings.
Through 12 starts. 3rd lowest walks per 9 rate in the American League at 1.64.
Little fly ball out to right center field. Buxton moving over. Escobar got jammed on that one, and there's the first out.
Monday key for this game tonight for the Angels. Going to go with Drake. Hold on, we're coming home, especially with Weaver on the mound. The Angels have averaged 6.72 runs per game when Weaver's been in there through that 9 innings of pitching. So they're going to score some runs. It's up to Ron Renneke to wave them on home here tonight. Lead the offense. Score some runs early and often.
Velasco making his 4th start of his career against the Angels, 2nd of the season. He took a no decision on April 16th. Cole swinging first pitch, fouls it back. Calhoun hitting .295, 7 home runs, 35 runs batted in, has 11 doubles, a couple of triples. One ball, 1 strike. Velasco just 2-4 with a 5.17 ERA on the season. Even though he got a no decision on April 16th, he threw the ball well. Gave up a run on a home run. Total of 3 hits allowed in 7 innings of work. Limited last year to just 9 games, 8 starts. Right ankle impingement. Slow breaking ball. Oh, it's a backdoor bender. 2 outs. Locked up Calhoun.
Talked about that all-speed pitches that he throws. He throws them well and he throws them for strikes. Very similar to the pitch that you'll see from Weaver throughout this game. Backdoor curveball. Suzuki so good behind the plate. Always been a good pitch framer.
So 2 outs, bases clear for Trout. 309 average, 13 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Mike, yesterday on board 4 times, 3 the easy way with a single and 2 walks. The 4th and final the hard way, the hit by pitch. Three infielders on the left side. Full shift on Trout. Currently at 3rd in the American League in on-base percentage with that .415 mark.
For a team that doesn't do a lot of shifting, the Minnesota Twins. 23rd as far as in that category. One thing surprising in this at-bat so far, all the pitches been away. Anytime you, as a pitcher coming into a series, I'm sure that conversation was in even talking how to pitch the Trout. Pitch inside. A lot of clubs have done that, especially when you get that pitch on the hand yesterday.
Cutting through the slider and evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counterintuitive to be pitching against the shift, one would think. And again, going back outside. 2-2. Fastball, and that is pulled through the shift.
It's the one thing with, you can have the shift on with Trout, but when he squares up a baseball, unless it's hit right at you, you're not getting it.
Yeah. And when it's hit right at you, squared up, you don't want it.
This is Juan Uribe.
Yeah, exactly.
You talk about getting a barrel on the bat. He's got that foot down, the follow through, the short compact swing. And what a shot he hit. Anytime you get anything by Dozier, whether it's he's playing in the shortstop position there or second base, that's not an easy thing to do. Great coverage for Dozier.
They don't shift on Albert. Dozier back on the second base side. But Nunez deep in the hole at shortstop. Albert takes down and away. Pujols, .232 average, 12 home runs, 41 RBIs. DH'd yesterday.
worked an 0 for 4 with a walk.
Well, they had exit speed off the bat at Trout, 105 miles an hour. So I'm guessing the thumb is okay. I did ask him, talk to him today. He said it felt pretty good. And that's the amazing thing about Trout. He never wants to miss any time playing. He's probably mad not playing center field, just DH in here tonight.
Albert lifts one out toward left center field. Buxton moving over. Underneath it, and will put it away as the Angels leave a man on. One to the second with Minnesota up 1-0. Second inning, Park, Kepler, and Suzuki to face Jared Weaver. Had a couple of strikeouts, a couple of hits allowed in that first inning. Mauer with the RBI single. He scored Nunez from third base. Byung-ho Park, the DH. Signed a 4-year deal in the offseason for the native Seoul, South Korea. He's at .212 in his inaugural season in the big leagues. 11 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Did have one mammoth home run against the Angels target field, just straightaway center field.
Minnesota with that run in the first, and the Angels with 0. Minnesota had been outscored in the first inning, 50-31 coming into this game. Minnesota with early lead in the first tonight.
I mentioned 3 of the 4 games of this homestand. 4 of the last 5 games, the Angels have given up first inning runs. Breaking pitch, down goes Park, and there's the first out. Third strikeout for Weaver.
As Kepler comes into play yesterday on an 0-2 pitch, 2 on. It's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. As Kepler first major league home run is a walk-off one for Minnesota yesterday.
10 innings, picked up the win against Boston. Look at a breaking ball that misses low. Kepler, 23 years of age, hitting .208 with that home run, 4 doubles, 5 RBIs. Born in Berlin, Germany. Grew up in Germany. Both parents, as a matter of fact, professional ballet dancers. Terrific athlete, was playing for a baseball academy in Germany. The Twins signed him at the age of 16. Brought him to the States. Spent his junior and senior year at Fort Myers High School, and that's obviously where the Twins train. And here is now in the big leagues. Takes upstairs.
And a
3 balls, 1 strike.
Big time prospect for the Minnesota Twins.
3-1. It's in there for a strike. He was asked if his parents got a chance. They're both still in Germany. Got the chance to see the walk-off. And they said they're 7 hours ahead. They watched the games on the old iPad, and they watched the home run yesterday.
What a thrill it must have been for them.
Kepler goes down swinging for out number 2. Great story when you talk about the international flavor of Major League Baseball and trying to expand its horizons. You know, the World Baseball Classic does a little bit of that. To find talent like this, mine it, and be able to bring it to the States. Outside of the standard, you know, South America, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Japan.
And a friend of mine in the minor leagues, they ended up going playing over in Italy. So they just loved watching baseball over in Italy.
I think that's the one thing that the WBC has done is it's sparked the interest. Maybe not so much so here nationally, because I don't think there's a whole lot of clamoring for that WBC here in the States. But I think internationally you're starting to see people embrace the game more so, and I think that obviously plays into Major League Baseball's hands as you want to continue to grow the sport internationally.
Especially when you think of Australia, places like that, where you're seeing more and more players make it to the major league level from there.
Suzuki, a 2-out single to left, lining a high fastball. Puts a man on for Byron Buxton.
Suzuki now 16 for 53 against Weaver.
Weaver asking for time. Buxton, a former first-round pick, 2012, hitting .205. Takes a breaking ball. Actually, it wasn't even for a strike. They called it on the swing. 0-1.
Well, he's got the feel for his curveball. 70, 71, 72 range.
We talked about it in his last start that the curveball's become more prevalent for him over his last several starts. Showing bunt, takes a strike, 0-2.
Minnesota's still waiting for Buxton to turn into the player that they envisioned. Huge prospect. It hasn't been consistent putting the ball in play. Gifted outfielder, can cover a ton of ground, can steal you some bases.
0-2. Fastball. That's a pretty good pitch. Borderline. It goes Buxton's way, so it's 1-2.
Look at our Fox tracks. Looks like it's getting that inside corner. Framed very well by Carlos. Didn't move his glove.
This one lined to short. That'll do it for the Twins here in the second inning. Well, to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Twins. The second inning. Hey, folks, Christmas in June's right around the corner. It's, matter of fact, June 24th.
Wow.
That's right. Halfway to Christmas, Angels taking on the A's. Fans in attendance will receive an exclusive ugly sweater baseball cap courtesy of Arco. Visit angels.com/promotions to get your tickets today.
This is beautiful.
That is tight, yo.
Yes.
Yes. Johnny Giavotella takes a strike. He'll be followed by Todd Cunningham and Gregorio Petit. It's a lot cooler than those sweaters we were wearing last year.
Oh, yes.
That ain't happening
That's
again.
how I came to the ballpark today. Do you blame me?
Giavotella hitting .254, a couple of home runs, 18 runs batted in. Went around on the slider. No balls, 2 strikes. Back up the middle and a base hit. Nice shot by Giavotella on an 0-2 count. A leadoff single for the Angels.
It's a good swing by Giavotella. Here's tonight's Cold Hard Facts, which are brought to you by Clean, Crisp, was light. Angels really had a tough time this season against Minnesota back on April 15th through the 17th. The second time in Angels history have they ever been swept in a 3-game series when leading by 2 or more runs every game. Also happened back in 1993 against the Oakland A's. At that point, Minnesota had not won a game to start the season, but they had some good comebacks against the Halos.
Cunningham fouls it back. Cunningham 0 for 8. It's being called up. He's patrolling left field once again. Quick throw to first. Giavotella's back. Cunningham putting up good numbers at AAA this year. Struggled at the major league levels. Didn't give it too many opportunities. Usually a brave second-round pick out of Jacksonville State. 39 games last year, 8 games in 2013. And just claimed him off waivers this past offseason.
Good count right now to put something on for Mike Scioscia.
Giavotella takes off. Cunningham fouls it back. Left side was open too because Nunez had vacated to cover second.
A lot of pitches from Velasco are going to be on the outer half of the plate. Again, great control, so you can put a hit and run on because you know he's going to be around the strike zone.
Breaking pitch, grounded to the right side. Mauer will go to second. They get one there, no return throw. So Giavotella retired for the first out. Cunningham reaches on the fielder's choice, and here comes Gregorio Petit. Petit jumping up to the 7th spot with Shane Robinson getting to start at center. Shane batting in the 9-hole. 272 average with a home run, 9 runs batted in. Had 1 for 3 game yesterday with a single and a walk. A bouncer foul off the plate. No balls, 2 strikes.
It looked like Cunningham was thinking about going.
Good speed. I mean, he had 13 stolen bases this year at AAA. His career high 24 back in 2012 in the minor leagues.
Alaska did a real nice job as far as holding the baseball. He's given up 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts.
Punched foul just in front of Gary DiSarcina.
Look how quick DiSar was getting out of the way of that line drive.
Still very nimble.
Yes, he is.
Twins with a run in the first. Mauer an RBI single. Angels now with a couple of singles themselves, but yet to get a man at second base or beyond. One ball, 2 strikes. Velasco's been around a while. 4th round pick by the Cubs back in 2001. They got to the big leagues the first time with the Marlins back in 06. Watch out. Evens a count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. He got traded from the Cubs to the Marlins for Juan Pierre. Spent some time with the Dodgers as well. 2-2. Cunningham takes off. Petit grounds one past Plouffe into left. Cunningham keeps on turning. A little bit of a slip there, but he'll get to third. And the Angels have runners at the corners with 1 out.
Royo Petit continues to swing the bat very, very well. Cunningham on the move. Suzuki's done a little bit better job as far as throwing out would-be base hits. You're 27%. But Petit stays back on that breaking ball and gets it by Plouffe at third base.
I know we talked about this the other day as far as Gregorio Petit is concerned and what the Angels do once Andrew Simmons returns. If you read into what we've seen in the lineup over the last couple of days, Jeffrey Marte supplanting perhaps C.J. Cron for a couple of times, 3 straight games to be exact. Maybe that's the case. You got to keep someone like Petit in the lineup, perhaps even at second base as Carlos swings through the first one.
He's done such a good job. I mean, he's hit the ball hard. He's hit the ball to all fields. He's allowed Mike Scioscia to put plays on with him at the plate because he's making contact, and he's very versatile as far as playing all the infield positions and playing it well.
At this stage, things have played out for the Angels. You can't worry about anybody's feelings if you're trying to ride the hot streak if you can. Perez takes a breaking ball low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Cron once again not in the lineup, but that's more so a product of Trout DHing and Pujols playing first base. CJ yesterday had a nice swing on a slider that eventually became a double. 1 for 2 game 4.
And you might see some movement here also with Petit going. Trusting that Carlos can hit the ball on the ground. Minnesota's thinking the same thing. Paul Molitor did a very good job. The Minnesota Twins last year got off to such a slow start and dealing with a lot of younger players having a tough time the second time through this year.
Carlos lifts one out of play down the right field line. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and for the most part, Velasco, as Carlos is the 8th man to bat against him, has been ahead quite a bit.
It's that one pitch that Carlos has really had a tough time laying off with the breaking ball off the outside corner. He's seen a lot of them of late. Done a very good job when he gets a fastball out over the plate to shoot that ball to right center field, but it's been that breaking ball.
Fastball, and he got him. A little sinking fastball. 2 down, second strikeout for Nolasco.
Center fielder, number 17.
Suzuki was setting up outside to try to bring back a two-seam fastball. Ended up running down and in. Very good movement. He was trying to get that one to start off the outside corner and then catch the corner. Instead, it ran down and in for a swing and miss.
Shane Robinson, starting center fielder tonight, looks at a strike. 226 for the home run and 4 runs batted in. Shane spent last year with Minnesota playing in 83 games. Hit 250 for him. Petit takes off, and that will be an infield base hit. Bobbled by Nunez. Now Petit to the rundown. The run scores. Nothing Robinson can do as a base runner at first base.
There's contact made. And that's all you're trying to do as a base runner. Nice job by Petit to run into Plouffe.
Robinson will get credited with a single and an RBI to tie this score up at 1.
But the longer you stay into a rundown, all you're trying to do is just to run in to an infielder. And once you make any contact at all, you're awarded the base. Caught in between, trying to be aggressive, but that ball was knocked down. And then a long rundown. And right here, as soon as Plouffe gets rid of the baseball, the contact made. And once that's made, you're given that base in front of you there at third base. See that contact, that's all you try to do. All you hope for in the rundown is make contact with a fielder that does not have the baseball. Break there for the Angels.
Breaking ball for a strike. Petit gets third on obstruction. And Plouffe gets charged with an error on that. Down low.
I'll go back to Molitor, what he did as far as last year as a manager in his tough season so far. Only the third manager in the last 30 seasons for the Minnesota Twins. Tom Kelly, Ryan Gardenhire, now Paul Molitor.
Two balls and a strike on Escobar. Hit a fly ball to center field in the first inning. Lays off. 3-1 count. Calhoun on deck. Velasco's thrown 25 pitches so far here in the second. 40 in the game.
And you're seeing some very aggressive base running early on for the Angels against Nolasco-Suzuki combination.
Good lead for Robinson at first base. Takes off. Time was called at the last second. Shane had a pretty good jump too. Robinson again takes off. Escobar tardy on the fastball, fouls it. So full count. Robinson will take off here with a full count. Now we're playing behind him at first base. Petit, the base runner, at third. 3-2, a little flare, and this one headed toward the seats.
With good numbers in his career in the last 14 to 35. See the top 4 in the lineup, all at least 300 or better coming into the game against Nolasco for the Angels against him.
And he went down on the breaking pitch, and that'll do it for the Angels. When they do tie things up as we head to the third, it's a 1-1 game. I want to remind you this Father's Day, every moment matters. Treat Dad like an all-star with the ultimate Angel Stadium experience on June 19th. Enjoy playing catch in the outfield, hitting in the Angels batting cages, taking a behind-the-scenes stadium tour, and more. For more info on Dad's Day and to purchase tickets, call 714-940-2007 or email us at events@angels.com. Top of the order, Nunez, Grossman, and Bauer against Weaver. Nunez with a base hit and a run scored to the first, so he's 1 for 1.
Yeah, it was a slider that was away against him.
Out toward right center field, Robinson was shading Nunez that way. We'll track it down as he steps onto the track. 1 away.
Another pitch away, a curveball away. He drove that ball pretty good to right center field.
Left fielder number 36, Grossman.
.29 strikes at the 41 pitches thrown for Weaver.
Grossman struck out looking on a breaking ball. His first at bat. 4 strikeouts for Weaver. His season high is 6. Fastball missing low. 2 balls, no strikes. They've thrown 39 pitches through the first 2 innings, so 27 strikes. Just missed it.
It's a pretty close pitch.
Breaking ball, drops it in there, full count. And he lost him. First walk issued by Weaver, puts a man on. Joe Mauer coming up.
Number 7, Joe Mauer.
We mentioned those numbers that Mauer's had against the Angels in his career, but some odd splits with him as far as what he's been hitting very well this season. As far as inside pitches, 375, which is 3rd best in baseball, but outside pitches this year, 164, which is the 8th worst in baseball this year. Usually you would think with his swing, he'd be have a perfect swing for an outside pitch to shoot the ball in the left center field.
He pushes the bunt down the 3rd base line, and that'll go foul. Now 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI, picking up his 24th run batted in.
30 opposite field hits this year also.
That's been kind of his swing,
yes,
of late. Not just this year.
But that's why it's so odd to think that he's having a tough time with outside pitches. They're basically inside out all the pitches on the inside part of the plate.
At a career low 265 last year. 6-time All-Star, 3-time batting champion, MVP in 2009. Boy, in the good old days, him and Justin Morneau. That's a heck of a 1-2 punch. Ground ball towards second base, could be 2. Giavitello bobbles it, however, and then fires it away. Grossman ends up at 3rd base.
Yeah, off the bat of Mauer, that's a double play ball. Couldn't get a hand on the baseball. And then forces the throw when you're just trying to get it out. Way away from Petit at second base.
Johnny makes his 3rd error of the year.
And one thing with Weaver, he doesn't get a lot of ground balls, but he has got 8 ground ball double plays turned behind him.
Hey, when you get one off the bat of Mauer to an infielder, that's a win.
Yes.
You're hoping
Yes.
it's a win.
Exactly, especially with his career numbers against the Angels.
Plouffe takes a breaking ball for a strike. He struck out in the 1st inning.
Plouffe has rolled into 5 double plays. That's some good swings and good career numbers against Weaver, though. 7 for 18, 389 batting average.
And he hammers one out to deep left field. This one is gone. A 3-run blast by Trevor Plouffe. 5th of the season. And the Twins are back on top. It's 4-1.
You talked about Trevor Plouffe's numbers career-wise versus Weaver. It's an off-speed pitch, inner half of the plate. He is very, very good as far as hitting that one. That's our AT&T high-speed replay. Inner half brought his hands in, barrel of bat on the baseball, out for his 5th home run. 19 RBI now in the season.
Come on, right back at him. Come on.
There's Brian Dozier, grounded out. Still 1 out, bases clear now.
I recall the home run that Plouffe hit against Weaver before was a breaking ball in the inner half of the plate also.
All too often this year, Gibby, we've seen something like this play out where a mistake, error or otherwise, eventually cost the Angels, and Dozier's skies went out to left center field. This one's got a little bit of distance, but it'll stay in the yard. 2 down.
Yeah, when everything is going well for you as a team, a pitch like that, they'll end up popping it up.
Right.
But when you're struggling, no, they don't make a mistake with that swing. And Plouffe again, another home run, second in his career versus Weaver. And anytime you get Mauer out, period, with the possibility of a double play ball, that's all you can hope for.
Young Hope Park struck out leading off the second. There's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. 4-1 Minnesota on the Plouffe home run. 67th hit by the Twins this year. Jammed, and this one's fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch, lifted foul and out of play. A walk to Grossman, the fielder's choice, the error. 3-run home run, the difference so far in this 3rd inning. 2-2. Bouncing the off speed. Full count. Halos in the bottom of the 3rd have Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols coming up. Breaking pitch fouled off the mask. That's a little danger zone right there, a little bit up in the zone.
That's right in his swing path. Kind of steps out a little bit, steps in the bucket, get the barrel of the bat on that baseball, and that's a hanging breaking ball from Weaver. They got him the first time out on a breaking ball down and away.
And he walked him. Second walk of the inning. Weaver now at 63 pitches. That'll bring up Max Kepler. Kepler struck out in the second. Pops this one up. Petit calling for it. And he comes doing that, but Trevor Plouffe for the 3-run blast gives Minnesota a 4-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. 116th U.S. Open Championship. Live coverage begins Thursday on FS1 and continues through the final round on Sunday on Fox. You can watch it all live on Fox Sports Go. 7 a.m. Pacific coming up on Thursday. And I've seen some videos. Some of the golfers, Ricky Fowler to be exact, posting on whether it's been on social media or other places. Those greens are stupid fast.
Yeah, you know, you got to play it in front of the green to be able to somehow stop it at some point going by the hole itself.
Already a tough golf course. Cole takes a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. That pitch looked like it was off the plate. Cole goes down swinging for the first out. Fourth strikeout for Nolasco.
Really has that split changeup working well tonight. Again, around the strike zone is normal.
Trout 1 for 1. He had a single back in the first, was stranded at first base. Breaking ball, caught the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mentioned in the first at bat, they play the full overshift on Trout. Dozier's on that left side. Mauer off the line at first.
Again, staying away with his pitches against Trout. You would think with the infield, all three of them on that left side of the infield, you would pitch inside.
That's the old 3-1. Here it is.
Yes, and it was a good swing too for Trout, trying to drive it. See that little protection he has around that thumb area.
Foul back. Got that right thumb last night, or yesterday afternoon. Tommy Hunter did. Trout 25th game as a DH. 225 hitter in this spot. It's a designated hitter. Mentioned yesterday how Albert, especially this year, has not fared well in that DH spot. Another payoff.
Well, you can imagine with Trout's energy to be able to sit around and wait for an at bat. He's used to being out in that center field position. When you think about it, every time you don't square up a baseball perfectly on the bat, there's got to be some sting in that thumb area. And another foul ball. A lot of pitches as normal for Trout to see. So 9 pitches so far in this at bat.
Breaking pitch out towards center. 2 down. Hey, Pepsi Emojis will take over Angel Stadium tomorrow night. The Angels take on the Twins at 7:05. Pepsi set to break a world record with Pepsi Emoji, and fans can stay after the game for a special performance by Grayson who?
Flo Rida.
Flo Rida. Visit angels.com/promotions to purchase your tickets. You know where he's from, right?
Philadelphia?
Florida.
No.
No. Hence the name, Flo Rida.
I was thinking maybe Philly.
Philly. Oh, yeah. Albert gets jammed, fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up, shallow right. Mauer going out. Kepler coming in, and it's Kepler at the last second making that catch. I think he thought Mauer was going to get there. 1-2-3 inning for Velasco, I should say. We head to the 4th. Halo's still down. Leads at 4-1. 8-9-1 coming up for the Twins. Suzuki, Buxton, and Nunez. The difference in this game, a 3-run home run by Trevor Plouffe in the 3rd inning. Suzuki 1 for 1, had a single in the 2nd. Jarrett at 65 pitches, 42 strikes. He'll throw 26 pitches in the last inning.
Batting average over 300 in his career versus Weaver with the base hit tonight.
Popped up. Giavotella calling for it. 1 down. Buxton lined out to Petit. Takes a strike here. Out toward right center field. Slicing away from Robinson. He'll track it down for the 2nd out. Top of the order now, Nunez, starting shortstop. He's hit safely now in 17 of his last 19 games with that 1st inning single. A stolen base and a run scored. Last time up, a fly ball to center.
Seven for 14 versus the Angels this year, and he's been very effective on outside pitches. 329 batting average on outside pitches this year, 4th best in the majors. And again, another good swing on something away. He had a base hit on a slider away. Drove the ball very well to the warning track on an off-speed pitch away. Same thing on a fastball there.
Ground ball toward the middle. Petit to his left has it. Weaver with a 1-2-3 fourth. We hit to the bottom of the inning. Still 4-1 Minnesota. Telling to lead things off here against Ricky Nolasco as we welcome you inside our broadcast booth. And as far as Nolasco is concerned, so far so good. He got a little bit of trouble in the second inning, but the fastball's been good and the breaking ball's been pretty good.
And he's been able to mix in his split finger fastball. He's using that outer part of the plate very effectively, whether it's down or even up in the strike zone. You have to get that barrel of the bat on the baseball to be consistent against him. He will not hurt himself with the base on balls. None so far in this game. Just 13 coming into this game for Nolasco.
Givatella 1 for 1 with a base hit into center field leading off the second. Tough call for him over the last 9 games. Nice and low, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just at 62 pitches. That jumped up by 10 during the Trout plate appearance. It resulted in a fly ball to center. 2-2. Short schedule throughout Major League Baseball. Just 10 games on this Monday. Givatella pulls one through the hole on the left side. A hanging breaking ball. So a couple of hits for Johnny. Brings up Todd Cunningham.
Outfielder number 37, Todd Cunningham.
Breaking ball. Stayed around knee high though. Givatella did a nice job of keeping that bat level. And another good shot on the line in this game for Givatella. That's 2 really good at bats for him. Not trying to hit the ball in the air, hit it on the line.
Cunningham 0 for 1, reaching out the fielder's choice. Takes low. 2-0 count. Grossman playing shallow in left field and toward the foul line. Two-0. Off the plate. 3 balls, no strikes.
And if you're Cunningham right now, you might be thinking in terms of making him throw 2 strikes for you to try to get back in this game down 4-1. Doesn't happen often where Nolasco goes out of the strike zone.
And that is out toward the alley in right center field, and that'll get down for a hit. Cunningham picks up his first hit as an Angel, and it is a double. So the Halos have runners at second and third to start the 4th.
Good piece of hitting and a good count to do some damage. Cunningham drives that one to right center field for a double. Stayed back on that well. A much better short compact swing there from Cunningham. Tampa did a real nice job of cutting that baseball off. Otherwise, a run's going to score. Got it in quickly. Pretty athletic out there in right field. Can cover some ground for Minnesota. His first hit with the Angels is a double.
The T with a base hit back in the second. So he's 1 for 1. One to one.
Try to get him to chase that slider off the outside corner.
This one out toward right center field. Buxton moving over now. Will track it down. Sac fly will score Giavotella. Cunningham to third. As Petit picks up his 10th RBI of the season, it's a 4-2 Twins lead.
Good piece of hitting by Petit, getting the job done. Not only brings home the runner, but also allows Cunningham to tag up himself and advance to third base. High fives when he gets hit back into that dugout. Giavotella the same as he scores a run. 2 hits so far in this game.
So here's Carlos Perez with 1 out, 1 on. Carlos, a strikeout victim in the second. 1 of 4 strikeouts for Nolasco. Shows bunt, little safety squeeze action. He fouls it back.
Very important run to bring home for Carlos Perez right now.
Again, bunted foul.
Last go around the plate, often 6-0-2 counts in this game to this point. Now for Carlos, even a ground ball to short or second will get the job done as far as bringing home a run.
Breaking pitch upstairs. That pitch is down a little bit lower. Trouble zone. Oh, cement mixer breaking ball. It's 1-2. Couple of finals in Major League Baseball. Kansas City over Cleveland 2-1. Battle of the American League Central. Cincinnati over Atlanta. Philadelphia shut out Toronto. Washington over the Cubs 4-1. Texas trailing Oakland 5-0 in the fourth. Here it's 4-2 Minnesota. Breaking pitch, cue to the right side. That'll bring in a run. Now it's in Velasco, and it's a 1-run deficit now. Carlos picks up his 15th RBI.
Yeah, you're just trying to put the ball in play at this point, especially when you had a couple opportunities to get that safety squeeze down. You did it, but you made contact, and he'll get some high fives as he gets back in here. Cunningham picks up his first hit as an Angel scores his first run there.
Two runs in, 4-3 Twins. Here's Shane Robinson, the center fielder. RBI infield single in the second. Breaking ball in there.
He made an unbelievable play in the outfield last year for the Twins. He dove through the air. And outfield.
Ground ball. The shortstop Nunez moving to his left, throws out Robinson. The inning comes to an end with the Angels. Strike for two on a couple of hits. We will head to the fifth, and the Angels down 4-3.
On Fox Sports West is brought to you by Subaru, making the world a better place. That's why they created Subaru Loves to Care. Subaru's commitment to a healthier community. By El Pollo Loco, try the new fire-grilled chicken burritos today. And by Infinity, visit your local Southern California Infinity retailer for a test drive today.
Top of the fifth inning, let's take a look at the in-game box score for the Minnesota Twins. They have a total of 4 hits, one of which was a 3-run blast by Trevor Plouffe. It's 5th of the season. Different so far in this game. Twins up by a run. It'll be Grossman, Mauer, and Plouffe here in the 5th against Jared Weaver. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and those 4 hits. Grossman worked a walk with 1 out of the 3rd. That kind of started the little rally by Minnesota. Helped out, of course, the error by Johnny Giavitello. 1-2.
.75 pitches to Weaver, 51 of them strikes. Pretty much always around that strike zone.
Fastball, and that's pulled to right. Leadoff single to start the 5th.
First baseman, number 7.
Fastball there just got too much in the strike zone, ran out over the plate.
Bauer 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a fielder's choice.
He's faced 25 straight games. Always extremely patient at the plate. Very rarely do you see him swing at the first pitch. His first pitch swing percentage at 9%. He's not up there hacking often at that first pitch.
Oh, 2. Grossman 0 for 2 in the stolen base category. 15 career stolen bases in the big leagues. 12 caught stealing. And he's got decent speed. Off speed, he lays off. 1-2.
That's the thing about stealing a base. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the fastest guy. It's how you read pitchers. And there's so much printouts as far as what pitches will throw at certain counts. Give you a better chance, especially if it's going to be an off-speed pitch. Well, we used to say that a lot about Peter Borges when he was wearing the Angels uniform. He was so fast, yet not a ton of stolen bases because he had a tough time reading pitchers. A lot of times you'll get some help from your first base coach to see if you can see any tendencies where the pitcher is going to hold the ball a little bit longer at the same time in between pitches as far as holding the baseball.
Mauer pulls one through. That's a base hit. Grossman will turn and head to third. So Mauer with his second hit of the ball game, and the Twins have runners at the corners here to start the fifth. Plouffe coming up.
Third baseman, number 24, Trevor Plouffe.
Trevor Plouffe 1 for 2. Struck out in the first, a 3-run home run in the third.
It's a 96th career hit for Mauer against Angel pitching.
Ground ball towards short, should be 2. Petit to Giavotella for 1. The relay back in time. Run scores, so the Twins get one of those runs back, and their lead is back to 2. No RBI for Plouffe.
Second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
Good feed from Petit over the Johnny Giavotella to complete a 6-4 3-double play.
To 2 outs, bases clear. It's Brian Dozier up. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out his first time up. A fly ball to center to third. Just off the plate. Pulled foul. That is ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Going into the corner, Dozier turns, will head to second. That's a double for Dozier. That's his 12th of the season.
And Weave has been hurt a couple times on all-speed pitches on the inner half. Played against some right-handed batters. This is Dozier here for a double. Earlier with Plouffe on the inside part of the plate for a 3-run home run. Other than that, curveball and changeup has been pretty solid.
'86 pitches thrown by Weave so far. 2 outs here in the 5th. Park, the DH, struck out of the 2nd, walked in the 3rd.
Good curveball there from Weaver. Park has struck out 67 times in 186 plate appearances.
Two. Had a little thunder in that bat.
Yeah, you better make sure you make a quality pitch against him. You make a mistake, it can go a long way.
2-2. Breaking pitch. That's off the end of the bat. Giavatello was shading him that way. 3rd out in the books. Minnesota gets a run back on 3 hits. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Top of the order coming up. Angels down 2. Bottom of the 5th inning. Halos with a total of 6 hits, coupled by Johnny Giavatello. He's also scored a run. Todd Cunningham has been on board twice, picked up his first hit. In his last at bat, a double, and he has scored 2 runs. As it'll be Escobar, Calhoun, and Trout here to face Ricky Nolasco. Has 4 strikeouts, no walks, and those 6 hits allowed. Escobar hitless tonight, 0 for 2. Fly ball to center, and a strikeout.
Yeah, the 4 guys with very good career numbers coming into the game versus Nolasco. Only 1 hit amongst the top 4.
Ground ball toward the left side, and that is backhanded by Nunez. Gets rid of it quickly. 1-hop throw to Mauer. That's old school right there off the artificial turf.
Davey Concepcion, in his days with the Cincinnati Reds, perfected that one.
One out for Cole, who's 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Looking in the first, swinging in the third. Twins have stranded 4. Halos have left 3 on base. This one's pulled just foul, wide of the bag. No balls, 2 strikes. Try to wait back as long as possible on that slow breaking ball.
So difficult to do. As your hip starts to open up, you try to keep that bat back in the zone as long as you can.
Called strike 3. Cole takes the strikeout for the 3rd time tonight. Brings up Trout. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Trout 1 for 2 with a single.
Hyundai key for this game today. How about hold on? We're going home. We gotta get some more base runners on base. A couple of runs last inning, but then Minnesota responds right back for Trout to drive a ball.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Pujols on deck. Tying him up again with that fastball in.
How many pitches inside this game against Trout? But 2 in this sequence. Especially getting hit on the hand like you did last night, you would think a lot more inside pitches.
Breaking pitch, got him to roll this one to short. Halos go down in order. We are through 5, and the Twins have a 5-3 lead. Top of the 6th inning, Jared Weaver back out on the mound. as action begins in the Angels bullpen. Weaver's got the bottom third of the order coming up here in Kepler, Suzuki, and Buxton. Al Albuquerque called up today, getting ready. Angels calling up A.J. Octor and Al Albuquerque. Rasmus went on the DL with a groin strain. David Huff and Kyle Kubitska DFA, designated for assignment, to make room for both Octor and Albuquerque. 2 balls, no strikes on Kepler, the right fielder. Kepler 0 for 2. He bounces this one over to Albert.
Tough little hop to Albert. Good feed over the Weaver.
1 down.
Catcher number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
Kurt Suzuki, a single back into second, is 1 for 2. In Chicago, the Tigers and the White Sox all tied up.
White Sox still hitting in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, that was a game James Shields started and struggled.
Well, got no decision out of it though.
That is the epitome of spinning the hook. Oakland leading. Wow, they've opened it up. It's 10-1 now in the 5th inning.
.54 career at bats for Suzuki versus Weaver. That's the most he's had versus any pitcher. Yeah, Draymond Green's over that game watching the Oakland A's instead of in the basketball game tonight.
Yeah. Warriors got beat 112-97.
Picked the right game to go to, I think.
Yeah. Cal remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Most pitches thrown by Weaver this year, 103. He's done that twice. Last time on May 22nd against the Orioles. Ground ball to short. Breaks up Buxton. And the Angels take on the Twins on Wednesday. It's a 7:05 start. Fans in attendance that night will receive a Canvas Beach backpack courtesy of Chevron Extra Mile while supplies last. Visit angels.com/promotions to get your tickets today.
Pretty cool.
Yep. I was waiting at beach scene. I was waiting to see you walking across the picture there. David Hasselhoff move. The Hoff, as they
Originally
close
was in
friends
there.
call him.
Yeah, oh yeah. That was originally in there, but they cut that out.
Did they?
Yeah. Ran out of time.
That'd be awesome.
Time constraints.
Buxton skies it foul. On an 0-2 now.
No, that was one of your favorite shows. Knight Rider, though.
Love Knight Rider.
Yes.
Good old Kit.
Yes.
The Hoff, a big pop star, by the way, in Germany. So I wonder if Max Kepler grew up listening to the Hoff.
Yeah, we might have to ask him that tomorrow.
There's the 1-2. Buxton drives one toward the corner. Cunningham's not going to get there. That is off the top of the wall and gone. Buxton sneaks a home run Just off the top of the short wall, makes it 6-3 Minnesota. That is Buxton's first of the year.
Up and out over the plate. Buxton was able to turn on it and just get it out. With some top hand spin. It's a hanging breaking ball, slider upstairs. Brought his hands up very well and barreled the bat on it. See right here, right off the top of the wall and into the stands.
By definition, a wall scraper.
Yep.
Still counts the same. Third career home run. Nunez hits one out towards center field. Robinson chasing it down. That's the third out, but Minnesota gets that run back. Yet another one back on the Buxton blast. It is 6-3 Twins.
Of baseball. Cleveland loses to Kansas City 2-1. Hawkins out pitches Carrasco in that one. Dodgers down 3-2 to Zach Greinke going against his former team. And then Toronto loses to the Philadelphia Phillies in a rematch in the 1993 World Series. And it's, of course, go a little flashback to a fun time if you're a Philadelphia Philly fan. Little cut fastball, slider in. Mitch Williams, Joe Carter walks off. Game 6, Toronto wins the World Series. Joe Carter making his way home.
Touch a ball, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run than that.
Seriously?
What's that?
Seriously?
That was the call that night, by the way.
I know. I remember it well.
Albert grounds this one. Trevor Plouffe. Velasco's retired 7 straight since giving up the double to Cunningham in the 4th inning.
I wonder if somebody whistled to tell Joe Carter there was a slider coming. Terry Francona told the story the other day when he was at the plate. I was facing him in Cleveland back in '88. How Joe Carter knew when I was throwing a slider, so he kept whistling to Terry Francona when I would throw a slider. So maybe somebody told Joe Carter that Mitch Williams was going to throw a slider. He certainly was on that one.
Yeah. Great late Tom Cheek with that call.
Into the Wall of Fame up there in Toronto.
Givatella 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a run scored. And Johnny shoots one out to the alley at right center field. That'll be his 3rd hit. Goes all the way to the wall. Givatella on his way to 2nd with a double.
Well, this part of the order on the way down in this order for the Angels has been very effective. 3rd hit of the game for Johnny Givatella. And a nice job of bringing his hands up and line drive the other way. Great job as far as bringing those hands up. Barrel on the bat, looking to go the other way. Line drive in the gap.
Velasco's at 97 pitches now. 5 strikeouts, no walks, 7 hits allowed. Twins with action in their bullpen. It's Ryan Presley. Albuquerque still loosening. Looks like he'll be pitching the 7th. Two balls, no strikes.
Cunningham last at bat. He got his first hit as an Angel, a double. He's ahead of the count. Head of the count now, 2-0.
Three balls, no strikes.
You can see a walk right here for Alaska. You might see Paul Molitor make a change.
Had a 4-pitch walk, a guy that didn't walk anybody. That's the 14th walk. Does this one on 4 pitches, 2 on with 1 out. Neil Allen, the pitching coach, out to pay a visit. Gregorio Petit is the next man up for the Angels. Slider away. Petit 1 for 1, singled in the 2nd inning, had a sac fly in the 4th, picking up his 10th RBI. That's 6 out of the zone now.
And for a guy that doesn't walk anybody, that's a sign now as a manager that he's starting to lose command and a feel for his pitches.
This one pulled foul. Heads up, Ron Renicky. Two one. Just off the plate, 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Suzuki tried to bring that slider back in, but clearly off the outside corner.
Ground ball. This one over to 3rd. Plouffe goes to 2nd for 1. The relay back. It's in time. A double play that gets the Twins out of it. 6 in the books. Twins up 6-3. Sports West is brought to you by Energy Upgrade California. It's easy to stay golden at energyupgradeca.org and by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Top of the 7th inning, Minnesota leads it by the score of 6-3. Jared Weaver is done after 6 innings, giving up 6 runs, 5 earned on 8 hits, 2 of which were home runs. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Is out Albuquerque. Makes his Angels debut tonight as our in and out who's in, who's out. Albuquerque signed as a free agent this past offseason. Has toiled in 22 games at AAA Salt Lake. 1-0 record at 2.49 ERA. 20 hits allowed in 21 2/3 innings, 25 strikeouts and 10 walks. And he's a guy that throughout his career has had issues with walks and command, but does throw the ball well at AAA.
Yeah, he can get a strikeout also. Fastball is 91 to 96, and a slider, and he throws quite a few of them.
First one is outside for ball 1. Albuquerque, now 30 years of age, native of the Dominican Republic. Signing originally as a member of the Chicago Cubs. Off-speed pitch for a strike, evens the count. Never pitched in the big leagues with the Cubs. Got traded to the Rockies, was granted free agency, signed with the Tigers in 2010. And that's where the entirety of his big league career lies, with the Tigers. 17-6, 241 games and a 3.20 ERA. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And he's always had the ability to get a strikeout, but the walks have been an issue for him.
And that is driven out to right center field. Robinson moving back. And he'll watch this one go off the top of the wall and gone. Second time tonight, the Twins hit one off the top of the fence. This one out to center. Grossman with his 5th home run of the season. It's 7-3 Minnesota.
First baseman.
He took no time running around that bases either, Grossman. He's in a good count to do some damage. Got a fastball. Turned on that one very well. Center field off the top of the wall. Another home run off the top of the wall for Minnesota tonight.
Their 3rd home run of the evening. Plouffe, Buxton, and now Grossman. Now we're 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and an RBI. Broken bat, little one-hopper toward. That was right toward Gregorio Petit. He looked like he slipped just a bit as he was backing up on it. Ball had some spin on it. That'll be an error. Instead of 1 out, nobody on, there's a man on with nobody out.
Yeah, spin on the baseball, then slipped a little bit on the grass as he backpedaled. You see right there, his backpedal, it slipped a little bit, didn't look it quite into the glove. Just his 2nd error of the season.
Plouffe 1 for 3. Had a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. Minnesota 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They've stranded 4. The Angels 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors now, and 4 left on base. Two balls and 2 strikes. Plouffe out in front of the plate. Perez has it. 1 down.
Good communication right there by Perez to Albuquerque that he was going to field that one.
Second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
Maurer ends up at second base with 1 out. Here's Brian Dozier. 2 for 9 in his career against Albuquerque. Dozier tonight, a 1 for 3 game. He doubled in the 5th, his 12th of the season. Seven 3 Minnesota here in the 7th. Velasco more than likely done after 6. Got a big double play ball off the bat of Gregorio Petit. Presley getting ready. 4-pitch walk to Dozier, puts 2 men on.
Designated hitter, number 52, Bill Park.
Yeah, just pulling open that front shoulder on his slider for Albuquerque. Keep that front shoulder in a little bit longer. Make sure he has a better path to be able to throw that slider. Start at least on the outside corner and then break off the corner. Just like that one.
One. Ground ball towards short. Petit goes to the backhand, drops it, goes to first, and no play. Second error of the inning for Petit.
Right fielder, number 26.
Trying on the backhand off the heel of the glove. Goes away from him. Tried to force that throw over the first base. Tough play.
Kepler looks at a strike. The right fielder 0 for 3. Strikeout, a pop-up, and a ground out. A home run, 2 errors, and a walk so far in the 7th inning. Now Albuquerque's Angels debut. Kepler bounces this with foul, no balls, 2 strikes.
Let's see if Albuquerque can get that strikeout. It's been very good, averaging over a strikeout per inning pitched in his career.
Ground ball over to third. Escobar has it. Giavotella late to get to the bag. They're not going to turn two. Everyone else is safe. It is 8-3. Looked like a tailor-made double play, but Johnny was tardy getting to the bag. And this inning has been an ugly one for the Angels defense.
Yeah, right off the bat, that's even with Kepler's speed, there's a real good chance at a double play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe Giavotella was focusing more so on Dozier going from second to third than actually maybe thinking about turning a double play. So first and third, 2 outs now. Kepler reaches on the fielder's choice, picks up an RBI. This one's out to right field. Cole is not going to get there. It'll fall in. A run comes in. Kepler over to third. And it is 9-3.
Center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
Second hit for Kurt Suzuki, picks up his 16th run batted in. Charles Nagy is going to come out and pay a visit. 26 pitches thrown by Albuquerque so far.
Buxton with a home run. His first of the year, third of his career. That went off the wall, the short wall in left field. His last at bat.
First one upstairs. Buxton 1 for 3 with that home run in the 6th. Cuts through that one. Evens a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. 8th man to bat here in the 7th inning. This was grounded to short. Petit has it. They force out Suzuki. The 7th is in the book. Stretch time, 9-3 Minnesota. top, the bottom of the 7th inning. Take a look at the Honda upcoming schedule. Irvin Santana's on the mound for the Minnesota Twins tomorrow night against Jhoulys Chacin. Tyler Duffy, Hector Santiago wrapping up this 3-game set on Wednesday night. That's also a 7:05 start. Ryan Presley takes over on the mound for Ricky Nolasco. Presley pitching in his 32nd game. 2-3 mark, a 4.41 ERA.
Yeah, good fastball he has. It's going to be 93 to 97 range. He's got a slider and a curveball. Occasional changeup.
Eight down at 1 for the Angels. Perez, Robinson, and Escobar. This one bounced right back to the mound. 1 down. Carlos 0 for 3.
Center fielder, number 17, Shane Robinson.
Robinson, an RBI single in the 2nd, a ground down in the 4th, so he's 1 for 2. Three runs by Albuquerque. Only 1 earned because of the multiple errors.
Boy, a tough inning for Batista, who's been very good in the field. This 1 error in 24 games this year. 2 in 1 inning, though. Very, very solid.
Foul back. Count remains at 0-2. Octor was up and loosening for the Angels. Nobody loosening now. Figured that might be all for Albuquerque in his debut. 1 inning. A breaking pitch gets Robinson for out number 2.
Nasty curveball.
Third baseman, number 6, Escobar.
Escobar did not go around. It's 1-0. Udell 0 for 3 today. Grounded out his last time up. Two balls, no strikes. Presley, original 11th round pick in 07 by the Boston Red Sox. And the Twins took him as a Rule 5 selection prior to the 2013 season. Been with him since.
See, he's got a good arm there. Good life on the fastball, sharp slider. Good break on his curveball.
27 games last year out of the pen. 3-2 mark, a 2.93 ERA. Ground ball to the right side. That is Brian Dozier, the second baseman. The Angels go down in order here in the 7th. We head to the 8th. Minnesota leading this one 9-3.
Leading the Angels 9-3, A.J. Ochter is on for the Angels. I'm Patrick O'Neill. Hope you stick around after this one for Angels Live. Brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers for some answers about the Angels' struggles, but also some positives with some new guys hopefully coming back to help things out. Jose Mota will join me, and Alex Curry has the interviews. But right now, let's go to our Arco top-tier play of the game. Tied at 1. Let's go to the top of the third inning. Trevor Plouffe, Crespi High School, 3-run home run, his 5th home run of the season. Off Jared Weaver, makes the game 4-1, and the Twins never look back to this point as we go back upstairs to Victor and Mark, but not all Twins offense. Angels defense hasn't helped him out either.
Yeah, that 7th inning certainly did not help out. 3 total errors, 2 in the 7th, both committed by Gregorio Petit. 2 unearned runs coming across in that 7th inning. A.J. Ochter delivers a fastball upstairs. As it's the top of the order here in the 8th, Nunez, Grossman, and Mauer to face A.J. Ochter. 8th game in the big leagues with the Angels this year. No record. 11 to 3rd innings for the former Twin. 2 balls, no strikes. Ochter, Twins' 46th round pick in 2010 out of Michigan State. 27 years of age. This one lifted down the left field line. Long run for Cunningham. He'll get there. Makes the catch for the first out. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. It includes a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Two down. Grossman with a fly ball to left field. He's had a 2-for-4 game now, homering in the 7th.
3 runs scored. It's in a walk.
Mauer 2-for-4 with a couple of singles. Had an RBI back in the 1st. Oh, 2 count. Ground ball right side. Giavatello has it. Ochter with a 1-2-3-8. We hit at the bottom of the 8th inning. Calhoun drop pools coming up. Angels down 9-3. Bottom of the 8th inning, you've got 2, 3, 4 coming up to face a former teammate briefly, albeit briefly, a former Angel. It's Buddy Boshears, left-hander, on in relief here. Presley, who went one scoreless, retiring the side in order. Boshears' 8th game now in the big leagues with Minnesota this year. 1-0 record, no earned runs in 4 2/3 innings. He pitched in 25 games with the Angels in 2013. Had no record in a 4.7 OERA. He was a 4th-round pick originally back in 08 at a Calhoun Community College in Decatur, Alabama.
And Boshears' fastball is 90 to 94. Throws a very solid curveball and changeup.
He'll face Cole Calhoun right from the get-go. Went to Calhoun Community College. And the first one's down and away for ball 1. Cole 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Talk about turning that off-speed pitch over. Halos after a 2013 season. Let Boshears become a minor league free agent. Pitching some independent ball, 2015. And signing with the Twins this past offseason after pitching in Venezuela in the offseason. Winter ball, threw the ball well for Caracas. Threw the ball well at AAA Rochester before getting the call up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 21 strikeouts, 5 walks in 19 innings. Down at AAA. This one's out toward left. Chasing Grossman back just shy of the track. He'll make the catch for the first out.
Hit that one well, but Grossman able to run that one down just short of the warning track.
You know what winter ball is like for American players? Not easy. I mean, you get a short little rope. If you fail, they will ship you right out. He pitched in 27 games for Caracas this past winter. 4-0 and a 1.79 ERA. Got 40 to 3rd innings under his belt there.
Yeah, with an ERA like that, you can hang around.
Yeah. Trout takes a strike. Mike 1 for 3, single back in the first against Nolasco. Back-to-back fastballs. No balls, 2 strikes. Octor, because he had a quick and economical 8th inning, will come back out for the 9th. And that is driven out to center field. Buxton going back. He's stepping onto the track and at the wall will make the catch. 2 down. Gave it a ride, just not enough.
2 baseballs hit pretty good in this inning. Both have been run down in the outfield.
The other thing you take away from some of the Trout swings tonight, the fact that no ill effects after getting hit in the right thumb yesterday by Tommy Hunter.
He's had some good swings. That's very important to see from Trout. Just that quick conversation I had with him earlier, he said he felt pretty good.
Albert looks at a strike. Pujols 0 for 3, couple of fly ball outs to the ground out.
He turns over that 2-seam fastball too, along with his changeup, that same arm angle. Tough to track as a hitter.
Ground ball to short. Halos go down in order as we head to the 9th inning with Minnesota on top. Updates, scores, and instant alerts on your favorite teams and rivals. Download it now, the iTunes Store, Google Play, or visit foxsports.com/app. Couple of defensive changes for the Angels. Jeffrey Marte is the new left fielder. Todd Cunningham goes from left out to right, so Cole Calhoun is out of the game. Brendan Ryan, the new shortstop, so Gregory Petit is done. And C.J. Cron takes over at first base for Albert Pujols. A.J. Octor back out for his second inning of work. He'll face Plouffe, Dozier, and Park. Plouffe a 1-for-4 game. 3-run home run back into third. Three and 0. Four-pitch walk. Leadoff man on board as Dozier comes up.
Second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
When he's on his game, he's a ground ball machine, but if the pitch is overthrown there out of the strike zone, you can look for a ground ball right now.
Ball and a strike. Dozier 1 for 3, doubled in the 5th, walked and scored in the 7th. Angels holding Plouffe on at first base. Two balls, one strike.
Just try to force that changeup in the strike zone. Overthrew that one for Octor.
full count. Young Ho Park on deck. That's a swing and a miss. Pops out of the glove of Perez. One down.
93-mile-an-hour fastball. Just above the strike zone. Swing and miss and out of the glove of Carlos. Able to run it down though. First out of the inning.
Park 0 for 3 with a walk. One ball, one strike. It's 1-2. Jared Weaver got the start tonight. Gave up 6 runs, 5 earned on 8 hits, 2 of which were home runs. 6 innings of work, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Albuquerque, 3 runs, 1 earned in his 1 inning. Octor working his second frame. Two. And a full count. Very unlike his first inning in the 8th. Came out throwing strikes. Tentative, a little bit more so in the 9th inning. Good off-speed pitch. Down goes Park. 2 outs.
He really sold that changeup very well. Second strikeout in a row for Octor. Good little off-speed pitch, little split changeup, swing and miss for Octor. Great location that pitch. Sold it thinking as a hitter, trying to get him to think fastball. Instead, great location and a change of speeds.
Big swing by Kepler, fouls it back. 0-1. Kepler picked up an RBI to fielder's choice in his last at-bat. Lifts this one out to left. Marte going back out there and will make the catch. Not bad. First time playing left in the big leagues.
Yeah, he's been getting some repetitions out there of late.
Minnesota, and the Twins have gone to their bullpen once again. Buddy Bouchiers goes 1 inning and retires his side in order. Neil Ramirez, claimed off waivers from Milwaukee yesterday, will make his Twins debut. 5.79 ERA, 8 walks, 13 strikeouts, and 10 appearances between the Cubs and the Brewers this year prior to joining the Twins. Career mark of 4-3 and a 2.42. 79 career relief appearances. He's going to face Giavotella, Cunningham, and it looks like perhaps Brendan Ryan or even Jeff Marte. They haven't told us the exact alignment with the new changes defensively in the last half inning. Giavottella's had a nice offensive game. 2 hits, 2 singles, pardon me, 1 double, so 3 for 3. Double his 12th of the year. That was in his last at bat.
Ramirez fastball's 90-94 range. Will throw a slider, curveball, and occasional changeup.
Fastball in there for a strike. Johnny hits one out toward left field. This one chasing Grossman back and at the wall. That is gone. Johnny Giavotella with a big fly, his 4th hit of the night. It is 9-4 Minnesota.
2 singles, a double, and now a home run for Johnny Giavotella's 3rd home run of the season. Perfect swing throughout the game for Giavotella. He's got the foot down. He's able to bring his hands inside on that fastball in the inner half of the plate at 93. Short on the swing on the follow through. Barrel in it and the lift to get that out over the Jersey Mike sign. First career 4-hit game for Giavotella.
Cunningham 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. This one popped up to shallow left. Grossman puts it away for the first out. So Jeffrey Marte coming up for his first plate appearance. Defensively out in left field. Top of the inning. .314 average, 11 for 35 this year. 4 doubles, 4 home runs, and 8 runs batted in. No balls and a strike. 0-2. Marte takes low. That was a tough night tonight for the Angels. Offensively, couldn't get it going against Ricky Nolasco. And of course, long ball prevalent tonight. Defense, a couple of issues. Here's the 1-2. Off the end of the bat, foul. Taylor's on the verge of falling 10 games under 500 for the season.
Marte can hit a fastball. He's got 4 home runs this year. Been pretty solid. .314 batting average.
Marte goes down swinging on the breaking ball. Two down. Here comes Carlos Perez. Carlos hitless tonight. This would be the 4th loss to the Twins this year. Got swept in Minnesota in early April.
5th straight overall. It's Minnesota after winning 12 of their previous 13 against the Twins.
No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 now. Carlos takes that one low. Jhoulys Chacín on the mound for the Angels tomorrow night. Gets the young Irvin Santana. Not as young as he once was.
Yeah, struggling a little bit this year with a 1-6 mark. Not a bad ERA, 4.5.
The Magic Man. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Knows this stadium very well.
Yeah.
A lot of years here wearing the Angel uniform, including throwing a no-hitter in Cleveland wearing that Angel uniform.
Giving up a run in the 1st inning. Error by Eric Ibar.
96 career wins as an Angel.
Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carlos pops it up. Now drifting out. Dozier cutting over. Joe Mauer with the call and the catch, and Minnesota takes game 1 by the final of 9-4.
Yeah, the power swings for Minnesota here tonight, scoring 9 runs on 10 hits. Buxton with a home run right in left field off the wall. Grossman a home run to center field off the wall. 9 runs scored. Ricky Nolasco threw a very good game as Minnesota wins game 1 of this 3-game set.
You mentioned Alaska picking up the win. Weaver suffers the loss. 9-4 the final with 4 home runs in today's game. A total of 17,600 was raised for prostate cancer research. To make a donation, go online to homerunchallenge.org. 9-4 the final. Twins take game 1. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.